and Pearl were playing our favorite playing Disney princess.
No, I'm going to be your knight, fighting all the bad guys and protecting you, milady.
Then a maid knocked on the door with a phone in her hands.
That might be my parents.
Ruby, the school called again. How on earth could you get all these words spelled wrongly? What kind of nurse is spelled with a Z?
I am really trying.
It's all right, Bae. Studying isn't for everyone, and you might be of a sport type. Sweet pea, could you just try a little more next time? Good girl. We have to go now. Bye.
I know you can do this. You just need to keep practicing.
You're perfect just the way you are.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruby, and this is my little sister Pearl. Since my parents were always away for business trips, it's always just been me and her growing up together. You already know, I was terrible at studying, but Pearl was nothing like me. She was a genius.
What are you doing? Pearl, for God's sake, it's 6 a.m. The sun is still sleeping, and you should be sleeping too.
Absolutely not. Today is my first day in high school, and I have to make a good impression. My streak must continue.
Straight A's since 2015. I know. As if your valedictorian title isn't impressive enough.
I might be Ruby, the dumb kid who couldn't read half of a word. But it doesn't matter, because now I am Ruby, the awesome soccer captain.
Yes, go Ruby. That's my sister, everyone.
I led the school soccer team to win multiple trophies, and I also aimed at varsity scholarship myself. Studying was still a nightmare, but I gradually accepted that I wasn't born for studying, but for soccer, so all was well. That morning, I was walking with Pearl on her first day at school when Beth and her clique approached us.
Hey, Ruby, ready to flunk your junior year?
Beth, still salty because coach left you on the bench yesterday. My advice for you would be to learn how to actually play soccer.
Unfortunately, some of us have other things going on to focus on, like our brains. Oh, oops, you don't have one. You I can't understand. Sorry.
Boo-hoo. Funny. That's Beth on my soccer team who always messed with me like everyone else. But all's good now, as I had my dear sister studying in the same school as me.
Sis, I found my class. I have to go now. Bye.
The next day at school, we had a new English teacher.
Ruby Walker, could you read the summary on page 10?
Oh, screwed!
Oh dear. Is that your thinking face? Didn't know you were capable of that. Sorry, teacher, but she can't read. You know what? My thoughts today on the book can be summarized into the classic song by the amazing Taylor Swift. So, the hater's gonna hate, but I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Just then, the entire class was in a frenzy, and everyone was singing, dancing like they were in the Eras tour. The teacher was so upset and tried to calm everyone down, but I was sent to the principal's office immediately.
First trouble in the junior, huh? Ruby, listen. Both you and I know how much you mean to the team, but unfortunately, it is not enough anymore. New district laws state that students must average at least C- to be eligible for the varsity scholarship.
What? But I am the most qualified for it.
I am sorry, but until you can move grades from whatever it is right now to a C, you're off the team to focus more on your studying. Beth is now our candidate for the scholarship, and she'll take over your place.
Beth? That girl who scored just 5 goals all season when I had scored 20? The world was really getting crazy. No way was I going to watch my passion get taken away from me that easily. I'm gonna study hard, right? I'm gonna ask Pearl to tutor me.
Hi, Pearl.
You know her? I heard she's kicked out of the soccer team because she's too dumb. Oh, no.
How scandalous if our valedictorian did.
Well, maybe now wasn't a good time. That night, I dozed off at my desk, writing 4 words over and over again. I am not dumb. The news had spread that I got kicked off the team because of my grades, and the school were vicious with their insults, like I didn't have enough issues already. Pearl started to avoid me like a plague, as if she's ashamed of me. So I couldn't ask her to tutor me either. It's like the whole world was going against me. The district superintendent was visiting our school, and the principal chose the 2 smartest kids to give a welcome speech, Pearl and a new student, Joe, from my class. So we started to hang out a lot at our home to prepare for the speech.
Hey Ruby, need any help with tomorrow's test?
Nah, I am famously unteachable.
Don't waste your time on me. And Pearl, girl is waiting for you. It's all right, she can wait. Let me help.
Surprisingly, for the first time in my life, I felt like I could actually learn. There was something about the way he taught me that made me absorb knowledge naturally, like he understood me and my struggles.
Hey, there you are. I've been looking for you.
We have a test coming, so I was helping Ruby.
And we have a huge speech to give on Thursday.
You know nobody actually listens to those speeches, right? Anyway, I trust you to come up with something incredible.
Pearl stormed out angrily, but the only thing in my mind then was that I actually could learn. Joe could help me get back to my team and win the scholarship. Later that night, when I was practicing some test questions Joe gave me, Pearl barged into my room.
I am not comfortable with you spending time with my boyfriend alone.
Boyfriend? I didn't know you were dating.
Well, not yet. Not with you hogging him and not giving me space to charm him.
Oh, sorry. I was just excited. Joe is an incredible teacher. I was actually learning.
Yeah, right. Of course you're capable of that.
Pearl left my room, and it felt like a knife went through my heart. Since when did she think of me like that? Like everyone else does. But she always believed in me. The next day was the speech, and even though I was heartbroken, I still went to support her, and I clapped the loudest after she gave her amazing speech.
Thank you for granting us a chance to study here. On behalf of the whole school, students, I'll try my best to bring glory to our school's tradition.
Wonderful speech. But I think before you bring glory to our school, shouldn't you teach your beloved sister, Ruby Walker, how to read first? I mean, maybe your dummy sister could learn 1 or 2 words from you before getting kicked out of her school.
The whole auditorium burst out laughing, and my rage was filling my body. I lunged at Beth and grabbed her stupid ponytail until she screamed so loud even the moon could hear her. Teachers and guards tried to separate us, while other students were excitedly shouting and cheering in the middle of the messy crowd. I saw Pearl look at me in shame. I ran to her, but she just brushed me off.
It's you again. Joe isn't enough. And now you tried to steal my spotlight as well?
What? No! I never meant harm to you. I swear!
But she didn't listen to me and angrily stormed off. I was so angry at my brain for always failing me and at everyone. Now my dream was gone, and my dear sister hated me as well. I fell down on the bleachers and saw Beth wearing my captain's armband, gathering everyone to the morning practice. She waved at me with the widest smile. It was hard to fight the tears, so let them fall.
There you are. I was looking for you to continue our classes.
I don't think we should continue our classes.
Why?
Pearl, she doesn't like you and I together, and she will hate me for this.
Oh, I will talk to her, but this is more important. You need to get back on the pitch.
But you're just wasting your time on me. I'm just an idiot who ruined others' lives.
No, you're not an idiot at all. You're dyslexic like me. I've noticed your symptoms for a while, but I wasn't so sure. But I am now.
Dyslexia. There is a name for this, so I'm not stupid?
No, you just learn differently. I will help you and teach you all the things the specialists taught me.
My mind was fuzzy. I gave Joe a hug without thinking. I felt relief spread all over my body. I wasn't dumb. I was dyslexic. At home that night, I searched everything about dyslexia and even took an online assessment when suddenly, Pearl barged in.
You told Joe I like him.
Yes and no, but not like that.
Well, thanks so much. He just called to tell me he just considered me a little sister. And you know what? I saw you hugging him on the bleachers this afternoon. So you were going behind my back all this time? What a sister. Don't ever speak to me again.
Pearl stormed out and kept her words of never speaking to me. It broke my heart to see us parting like this. Luckily, Joe comforted me and helped me stay focused on studying. And our effort finally bore fruit as I got my first B ever on a test. And in no time, I got called to the principal's office.
Good job, Ruby. I always knew you're a gem, like your name, and you just need some sharpening. Welcome back to the team.
Thank you.
I ran out of his office and rushed to find Joe immediately.
We did it! I'm back on the team.
Congratulations, but that was all you. You did it, Ruby.
That moment would have been perfect if I could celebrate with Pearl. I knew she didn't want to talk to me, but I really wanted to share this with her. But upon seeing me and Joe, she was just shooting me death rays. The joy in my mouth instantly turned to ash. I just wish we could go back to the old good days together. But I had no idea how. And of course, my impressive record easily got me the win.
Congratulations to Ruby Walker for winning this year's varsity scholarship. Come on stage.
Thank you very much, sir. All I can say is I'm immensely grateful for this chance, and I'm gonna try my best.
Hi everyone. Ruby's too shy, so she did prepare a speech. Here, good luck.
Except that I didn't prepare this note. Everyone in the audience all locked eyes on me, and I was sweating all over when I took the paper from her.
Today is trim.
Oh, our scholarship winner just had a little problem. She just couldn't read. I hope it won't affect the scholarship much, will it?
I ran out of the hall before the tears blurred my eyesight. Joe was racing after me, but Pearl caught me first.
Pearl, I don't really have time for your mocking now.
No, I'm sorry. Joe told me about your dyslexia, and you should... Yeah, but it can wait. But you need to go back there right now. You've tried so hard to earn this place. I I wouldn't let my sister waste it just because of Beth's dirty move.
Pearl was right. It's my passion. It's me, or no one who would claim it. So I walked back into the hall, and as soon as I appear, started to laugh. I stepped up to the mic, took a deep breath, and read the speech. There were still some stumbles and stuttering, but I went through to the last word.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ruby. You all can see I have some troubles reading because I have dyslexia. All my life I have struggled and accepted that I was stupid. Until now, I know I'm not. I still haven't figured out how to read big words. But I am not ashamed of my struggles anymore, and no one should bear the troubles I've had. Dyslexic people like me need others to help us, to acknowledge our difficulties, and to be given a chance like any others. We're not dumb. We just need a different way to learn. Thank you.
The hall was completely silent for a while, before standing up for an ovation. I walked away from the podium to see the scowling look on Beth's face. I went backstage, where Pearl gave a warm hug.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm sorry. I should have helped you, but instead, I've been horrible or even cruel to you.
Yeah, you've been forgiven. So now could you please just stay quiet? I just want to hold my little sister longer.
And just like that, my life was back to normal, of course with some changes.
There's something I need to tell you, Ruby. I'm sorry for the Joe thing. I let jealousy take over me and said bad things to you, but I realized he and I would never become a thing. But you would?
Huh? No, we're just friends.
Are you now? Come with me.
Then she dragged me to the living room, where Joe and another boy were standing.
Joe, could you please take care of my sister when I go out with my boyfriend?
Sure.
Honestly, I never thought so many people would care. Hey, I'm Bella. Please like and subscribe. I was just the girl who got knocked up at 16 by my terrible ex-boyfriend Grayson. The one who later ended up in jail for his messed up actions. Then Henry showed up. He was there when I was ready to give up. He held my daughter like she was his own. Henry had confessed his feelings for me a while back, but I was scared. What if I'd mess up the only good thing I had left? Now my daughter Luna is 10 years old and still rocking it as a famous kid model. And guess what? Henry and I were finally planning our wedding. But just when I thought everything was finally okay, the past decided to knock on my door hard. Every girl dreams of wearing a wedding dress. Luna stood in front of the mirror all excited with a sparkly tiara on her head.
Mom, I swear, if you don't become a real princess, I'm canceling this wedding myself.
You're 10, kiddo. You don't have the power to shut down a wedding. When I finished putting on the dress, the curtain opened. Henry sat there completely frozen.
I know my mom's the prettiest woman on earth, but she's not Medusa, you know?
Oh, sorry. Bella, you look amazing.
He turned away quickly. I knew he was getting emotional. We'd been through a lot.
Well, I vote yes for the wedding. I'm totally being your flower girl.
In the meantime, I still had to manage Luna's work. I was her full-time manager now. She had just signed a big contract with a luxury kids clothing brand, becoming their new summer campaign's It Girl. Then one morning I got the news. Grayson was out of prison. Yeah, that Grayson. My ex, Luna's biological dad. It hit me so hard, I knocked over a giant light during Luna's photo shoot. Breaking father of child model Luna Bella released from prison after 5 years. In just a few hours, the news was everywhere, blowing up the hot search on every platform. Luna got labeled the daughter of a criminal. Son of a biscuit, she was just 10. She didn't deserve any of that. But Luna smiled at me and said,
I'm okay, Mom. Only 6 days till the wedding and I'm so excited.
She changed the topic, but I caught her wiping away tears when she thought I wasn't looking. The sparkle in her eyes was gone. Then came the real storm. The media blew up all over again. When Grayson sat down in front of the mic, I never forgot the look on his face.
I was a coward. I wasn't ready to be a dad, and I lost everything. I served my time. Now I just want to be better for my daughter.
Henry grabbed my hand when he saw me tense up. The media, of course, loved it. No one was gonna bash a man trying to change. But deep down, I wondered, what was he really after? Still, Grayson's speech calmed the media frenzy. The hate toward Luna faded, the edited pics disappeared, and the brand deal started rolling back in. That night, Luna knocked on my door, whispering,
Can I meet him? I want to know more about him.
My heart sank. My daughter was old enough to have the right to know everything now. Maybe she even felt like she owed Grayson. I nodded because I knew she would have done it anyway, whether I said yes or not. 5 days left till the wedding the next morning. Henry and I met with Grayson. He smiled the second we told him.
If it helps her feel better, I'll be there. I'll move in.
Weirdly enough, I could feel he wasn't faking it. He was clumsy but sincere, flipping pancakes in the kitchen, messing up her braids. And Luna, she glowed when she was with him. She even started calling him Dad. It broke my heart a little every time I heard it, and Henry Face said he felt it too. He smiled when he saw how happy Luna was, but he started coming home late from work. Sometimes I even caught Henry just sitting in the car with the engine off, staring blankly at the steering wheel. Our wedding was only 4 days away. That evening, I was busy making dinner while Grayson helped Luna with her homework nearby. Unfortunately, I slipped and the bottle fell. Grayson appeared and pulled me away before I could react.
Still as clumsy as ever. Some things really never change.
Luna looked at him like he was a superhero. After that, the two of them giggled, swapping stories about how Grayson and I used to date back in high school. Honestly, Luna looked like a mini version of him. Dinner was straight up a battlefield. I sat between Henry and Grayson while Luna happily stuffed her face like nothing was wrong.
You used to love the food I made. Eat up, okay?
Nope, Bella said. She likes mine better.
I chuckled awkwardly, staring at the 2 plates piled high in front of me.
Mom, if they both ask you out on the same day, who would you pick?
I choked so hard, I almost passed out. Henry and Grayson were throwing death stares at each other. If Luna hadn't been there, World War III might have popped off. She finally caught on that something was weird. Later that night, I checked on her, just wanting to see her fast asleep, but she was still awake. Hey, you okay?
I wish things weren't so weird.
What do you mean?
I love Uncle Henry, and I love Dad too, but it feels like if I love one more, the other one will disappear. Is it okay to love 2 people at the same time, Mom?
That hit me like a freaking freight train, because now love wasn't just about what my heart wanted, it was about what was best for Luna. The next morning, she looked pale and weak, and before we knew it, she collapsed. All 3 of us rushed her to the hospital, pacing outside the cold emergency room, barely breathing. Finally, the doctor came out with a clipboard.
She's stable. It's just exhaustion. She'll need plenty of rest. By the way, who's her father?
I am.
Both of them shot up at the same time. The awkward silence afterward felt like it dragged on for centuries. And Henry? He stepped back. After Grayson left with the doctor, I turned to Henry. She's gonna be okay. She'll get stronger. And then we can go back to planning our wedding. Just 3 more days.
Maybe we should wait until she's really better.
You want to postpone the wedding?
Luna is what matters most right now.
We sat there in silence, my heart slowly crumbling. And just like that, our wedding was postponed indefinitely. After that, Henry disappeared, leaving just a short message saying he had to handle some business. The first time he ever chose to leave. Just so Luna and I wouldn't be stuck in this crazy mess we were all tangled in. The house felt so empty without him.
We could start over. You know that.
I looked at him. He seemed so much more worn out after those nights of worrying about Luna.
This family used to be mine. I've changed. You've seen it. I've tried.
I didn't say anything.
I still love you. I never stopped. Please, just give me a chance.
I woke up the next morning. Today was supposed to be my wedding day, but the house was quiet. I walked to Luna's room. It was empty. There was no sign of her. Grayson's car was gone too. My blood ran cold. Grayson had kidnapped Luna once before when she was 5. That's why he ended up behind bars. Sure, maybe he changed, but my hands trembled as I reached for my phone, ready to call the cops. And suddenly, Luna ran in, holding an ice cream cone.
Mom, Dad took me to the park. We fed the ducks. Okay, they chased me a little, but it was so much fun.
Sorry, I just wanted to take her for a little walk.
That night, while I was reading her a story, Luna spoke.
Dad really loves me, but I miss Uncle Henry so much.
My heart sank. I couldn't even find the right words. So I handed her a pen. Let's write down one name, the person we want by our side for real, for the rest of our lives. She nodded. And the next morning, she handed me a small, carefully folded piece of paper. I met Grayson at the old cafe by the lake. He was already there when I arrived. When you asked me for a chance.
You chose Henry.
Yeah, but about Luna.
I thought maybe if she chose me, I'd still have a place somewhere.
I pulled out Luna's folded paper and placed it on the table. Right then, it felt like the whole world shrank down to that tiny piece of paper. Paper! I stared at it like I could see straight through. I didn't open it. I pushed it towards Grayson instead. His face softened as he unfolded it.
She loves you, and she knows he's always been there for you too. I can't be mad about that. But, hey, at least let me visit her sometimes. Yeah.
One evening, Luna and I went out to the meadow where I was supposed to meet Henry. Luna spotted him first, took off running, and nearly tackled him to the ground with a giant hug.
You big dummy. You're supposed to ask before you disappear like that. You forgot you belong to us.
I missed you so much too, kiddo.
When it was just the two of us standing in the same place, he had once confessed his love. I hesitated for a long second before finally speaking.
Bella,
No, let me talk. This time, Luna chose you, and so did I. Again and again and again. Forever and always. I sparkled in my wedding dress, walking behind my beautiful little bridesmaid heading down the aisle. Henry stood under the archway in his tux, his eyes shining with tears. Everyone was there, smiling, clapping, and blessing us. Even Grayson. He gave me a soft, understanding nod when our eyes met. The vows had Luna full on crying, but she was also the loudest one.
Can I eat the wedding cake now? Hi, I'm Valerie from Philadelphia. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, I thought I had the coolest mom. She was a professional gymnast who'd won tons of competitions, and I wanted to be just like her, the best at something. But no matter how hard I tried, Mom always said I could do better, and she kept comparing me to others. Mommy, I won second in the art contest.
What is this? The neighbor's daughter draws like Picasso, and her art was published in a magazine.
Mom, I came in third in the math quiz.
Well, that's disappointing. Your cousin just skipped 2 grades because she's a genius.
Mom always had something to say. Your cousin's a genius, and she's so perfect, and her farts smell like flowers. In 6th grade, I really started enjoying soccer and joined the team, but I hated it when Mom came to the games. She would shout instructions at me nonstop, and once at a match, she pulled me aside during halftime.
What are you doing? You haven't scored a goal once.
But I helped others score goals, and we're winning.
But no one's noticing you. You want to be a star or someone's sidekick.
I could feel Mom's eyes on me in the second half, and I didn't want to disappoint her again. My teammate was kicking the ball down to the goalpost, and suddenly I ran after her. I tackled the ball away and scored the winning goal myself. Our team won, but everyone was angry at me for stealing the ball from my teammate. I felt terrible, but Mom was ecstatic.
Did you see that my daughter scored the winning goal? Take that, losers!
I left the soccer team, but soon after, Mom took me to my first ballet, and I just knew what I wanted to do with my life. I'm going to be a ballerina, Mom. Mom encouraged me and hired a private instructor who trained me hard for the next few years. And in 9th grade, Mom enrolled me in a fancy private school, which had its own ballet team. On my first day, I was just signing up for the ballet club when I heard loud voices behind me. I turned around to see a gorgeous girl walk in, and for some reason, everyone seemed excited to see her. I thought I'd find out who she was, so I walked over with a form. Hi, are you signing up too? You can take this.
These forms are for nobodies like you. I'm already in.
Wow, what's with the attitude? And who are you?
I'm Tatiana's daughter, you fool.
What? Tatiana was a ballet superstar and my idol. I'd have to compete with her daughter. Okay, so having a famous mom doesn't mean you're any good because I've never even heard of you. I walked off before she could reply. Her name was Anastasia, and even though I'd played it cool, I was definitely intimidated. On the day of the auditions, I realized that my ballet shoes were missing. I had no choice but to borrow some spare ones for my performance. I calmed myself down as I stepped onto the stage, but just then I spotted Anastasia grinning at me from a corner, and I knew she had something to do with my shoes. I felt so bothered that I just couldn't focus. As I did a jump, I suddenly lost my balance and stumbled to the ground. I ran off the stage, my face blazing, and Mom was even angrier.
Tatiana's daughter did this. I went with that witch to school, and she was so aggressive and competitive. Of course, her daughter's just like her.
I was shocked the next day when the ballet teacher called me and said I'd been selected. I had no idea what changed her mind. Later, as I was putting stuff in my locker, Anastasia came and slammed it shut in my face.
Wow, you're such a cheater. You're only on the team because you're rich. Mommy bribed the principal. Yeah, I saw her here today. What was she talking about?
You're one to talk. I know you hid my shoes, and you keep using your famous mommy's name any chance you get. Well, now we're both here. May the best ballerina win. But I couldn't help wondering if Mom really had done something to get me on the team, so I asked her.
The principal and I are old friends. She owed me a favor.
Mom, that's cheating. I messed up.
You listen to me, Valerie. I will not have your chances ruined because of one mistake. Sometimes, to get ahead, you have to play a little dirty. Do you want to be on the team or not?
The truth was, I wanted it more than anything. It felt wrong, but I couldn't miss this chance. And by 11th grade, I'd worked so hard that I was the best in my class. Anastasia was really good, but I was better. We were soon performing in the year-end musical, and the teacher told us that professional ballet dancers would be attending. I knew Anastasia was burning because I had the lead role. Well, I'd earned my place. One rainy afternoon, I just picked up my new ballet dress from a shop, when suddenly a cyclist came charging down the pavement at full speed. I managed to jump out of the way but slipped on a puddle. I was about to land hard when someone caught me.
Whoa, gotcha!
I saw a boy with messy hair smiling down at me. Oh my God, you saved my life!
You're welcome, but you wouldn't have actually died.
Oh, I'm a ballerina. I can't afford to get injured, especially right now, so thank you.
Thank me by having lunch with me?
I can't. I don't have time to spare. And suddenly my stomach growled loudly.
Looks like you don't have time to eat either. Come on, I just saved your life.
And I gave in. His name was Seth, and he was in college. I was having such a good time that I hadn't even realized 2 hours had gone by. As he was leaving, he asked for my number. I didn't have much time to date, but he was cute and it was hard to say no. We began texting each other, and soon his messages became the highlight of my day.
Why are you always grinning like a moron these days? Is it a boy?
It's called None of Your Business.
So it is a boy. Well, if you have time to date, you're clearly not working hard enough.
Maybe some of us can do it all and still be the best. Seth and I went on our first official date soon, and being with him made me happy, so I made space for him in my crazy busy life. A few days later, I walked into school to find the halls buzzing with excitement, and I discovered it was because Tatiana was visiting. Sometime later, I went into the changing room, and I stopped short when I saw her there, my idol in the flesh. But just then, I noticed Anastasia and Tatiana started screaming at her.
You're telling me someone else got the lead in the school play? That's because your technique still isn't perfect. Why aren't you pushing yourself harder?
I work as hard as I can. Mom, I'm still one of the best.
There's no such thing. You're either the best or you're nothing. Oh, for God's sake, don't start crying. You know I can't stand it.
Saying that Tatiana left, my idol was a witch. And for once, I felt sorry for Anastasia. Hey, are you okay?
Valerie, were you spying on me? Did you hear everything?
I won't tell anyone. And your mom's wrong. Anastasia, I've seen how committed and talented you are. She's being unfair.
Who do you think you are, Mother Teresa? Did I ask for your pity? My mom's the best, and I will be too. I'm not gonna be nothing. You'll see.
Wow, these two were crazier than my mom. That afternoon, as I was leaving school, I was surprised to see Seth outside, leaning against a fancy car. Seth, what are you doing here?
Hi, I'm here for Miss Tatiana. I'm her driver.
OMG, your boyfriend is our poor driver. I thought you would have aimed a little higher, Val. Oh, maybe you can come work for us as the maid. The driver and the maid. So cute.
Seth's face turned red, and he got into the car silently. Tatiana soon joined them, and he drove off and he asked me to meet him the next day.
I'm not poor. I make good money, but I did lie that I'm in college because I wasn't sure what you'd think of me.
Why aren't you in college, Seth?
I'm taking a break. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet.
How can you live like that with no goals? You can't just be a driver. I regretted my words as I saw his hurt face.
I really admire you, Val. But there is more than one way to live. Your way doesn't have to be right for everybody.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Look, I want to take my time to find my passion and enjoy every moment like this one.
Suddenly, he leaned in and kissed me, and my heart soared. One night, as I got home from a date, I found Mom in panic.
Valerie, where were you? Why weren't you answering your phone?
Oh, I guess the battery died.
Do you know how worried I was when your instructor called and said you never turned up for rehearsal?
I stared at her in shock. How had I forgotten about my rehearsal completely?
You were with Seth, weren't you? Valerie, you have to break up with that boy.
But why?
Because he's a distraction and he's making you lose your focus. He has no goals or ambition.
You hardly know him. Mom, he's amazing and he cares about me.
But he doesn't get you. He's not right for you. You can be a superstar. Why are you letting him bring you down?
I missed one rehearsal. Big deal.
You would have never said that before you met him.
I felt so angry at Mom. Seth wasn't like me, but he made me happy.
The school musical was the same day as my birthday, and Seth took me for a little picnic by the beach before dropping me at school. But suddenly, the car came to a stop in the middle of nowhere.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's nothing.
But the car just wouldn't start. This can't be happening. Why did I ever agree to go out with you today? It took a while for a cab to reach us, and I left without even looking back at Seth. But I still arrived 20 minutes after showtime, and I cried as I watched Anastasia out on the stage as the lead. Mom drove me home in complete silence, but I could feel her disappointment, and mine was even greater. So later that night, I decided to end things with Seth.
I'm really sorry, Val, but that could have happened to anyone.
No, Seth, it wouldn't have happened to me before. I would have been focused on only the show. Look, my career will always come first, and you'd understand that if you had some real goals in your life too. There was silence, and suddenly he hung up. I knew I'd hurt his feelings, and I felt devastated too, but it was the right thing to do. The next day, I was dreading seeing my team or Anastasia at school, but mostly I was feeling heartbroken over Seth. I went into the empty locker room and broke down into tears. Moments later, Anastasia came in. You're here to rub last night in my face? Go ahead, get it over with. You won. You're the best. Your mom must be so proud of you now.
Actually, she isn't. She made sure to remind me that I only got the lead because you didn't show up.
For a moment, we just sat there quietly. I saw you on stage last night and you were amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anastasia got selected by a famous dancer right after the musical. After high school, I got into a great dance academy in New York and soon joined the ballet company. I reached fame and success quickly, and I was living my dream life, and Mom was finally proud. A year later, I went back home for some shows, and to my surprise, I bumped into Anastasia one day. She looked different, and I was shocked to learn that she'd given up on professional ballet.
I'll always love ballet, but I just couldn't take all that pressure. I'm not like Mom or you, so I left it and I started a dance studio for young kids.
She looked so much happier now, and I was happy for her. One night, as I was performing, I suddenly spotted a face in the front row that made my heart skip a beat. Seth! After the show, he was waiting outside my dressing room.
I'm a journalist now, and I was in town to cover a story. I had to come see your show. You were magical, Val, and I'm so proud of you.
That means a lot. Thanks.
Got time for coffee with an old friend?
I was so happy to see him that I said yes. We kept seeing each other for the next few weeks, and I realized I'd really missed having him in my life. But a few days later, I found out I was being sponsored to go on a world tour by my company. I would be an international star. I met Anastasia and told her the amazing news, but she sensed something was bothering me, and I told her everything about Seth.
You should totally date him.
But I'm about to leave for a world tour. I won't have time for him, and I can't have any distractions.
That's your mom talking, Val. Listen, you can have all the fame and money in the world, but what's the point if you have no one to share it with? Being successful doesn't mean you have to be alone.
Anastasia was right, and the next day I met Seth and told him everything. This time, I don't want to choose. I don't want to give up one dream for another, but I'm moving soon for my world tour. And
Val, I wouldn't dream of holding you back. I travel for work all the time, and I can move to Europe while you're there. We can make this work. I let you walk away from me before, and I don't want to do that again. I love you, Valerie.
I love you too, Seth.